Right.
So it was everywhere. One of the first, I don't know if you want me to get into that now.
I do.
But one of the first bomb came to our home and killed my brother in front of my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And my favorite brother. And from there, we lost everything and we lost each other and we became homeless. We were staying, each one of us, in different homes. And at one point, I was 12 years old, and then I had 6-year-old brother. And they put us in a mountain in a rundown boarding school. And we stayed there for 7 months. And I lost contact with my family because the phone lines I wasn't taken care of. And before I was 18, my husband left the country. So I became a single mother coming back to my mother, where I had no money, no education, nothing, but I had the Bible with me. So that's what helped me in every time, everywhere I went. So coming back, when we came to the United States, my daughter, she still remembered this. I barely was able to read the Bible. I mean, I was able to read just very little, but and I pushed myself and I can't do it. I just have to stop because I can't handle the reading. But when I came to the United States, I don't get to be on the show or whatever. I just love to
Can
meet
I give
her.
Oprah? Can I give Oprah good news? Can I give her good news? Because she's going to watch this, obviously. So Oprah, I just want to let you know, this is a big deal. She shared in a previous show. In case you don't see that show, you're going to obviously see this one. But she, Aimee, Dr. Aimee, has decided that she's going to put you on the front cover when she meets you. So this is really a big deal.
Yeah, that's. I have to think about it. We have to think about it, right? No, but I was so inspired by her because she brought attention to some issues. Yeah. She opened up a lot of subjects that people don't talk about, or they really. She inspired them.
Hello, this is Dr. Smiley on the Dr. Smiley Show, and I'm with my good friend, my beautiful friend, my giving media partner, strategic partner. We've known each other 10 years, Dr. Aimmee Kodachian, and she is a treat. You will love her, and I cannot say enough good things about her. Welcome to the show, Aimee.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
So I don't know what took us so long, because you really should have been my first show, but my 2000th show roughly. And you have been, as you put it, extremely productive and busy making the world go around with your magazine, right, your new website. And I respect you, because unlike some people that say, I'm really busy, I'm doing, you show me all these things you've created. I'm like, okay, you did this? It's so big. Right, it's so gigantic. Right. So we're going to show off some of the amazing things that you've created in a guise of not ego, but in a guise of, if you step into how powerful you can be and how much you can inspire the world, what would you create? How creative could you get? How much could you make a difference? So let's start off the story with, maybe people don't know, for instance, where you were born or what your childhood was like, because it was actually the reason you wrote a book. So why don't you share maybe for a couple minutes where you were born and what your childhood was like?
Well, yeah, everything actually started because of where I am today, because of my childhood. And I wasn't expecting that, but it is. I was born in Lebanon in 1975 when the Lebanese Civil War began. And the war began for 13 years. I lived through the war. And my childhood wasn't pleasant because of the war. I had to leave school because of it, get married at 14, 3 days after my 14th birthday. I was persuaded for marriage. So that's where I was born.
Tell me about that for a second. What was that like? Because I know, I don't even know how much you can remember that, but why did you have to get married? Why was that part of the rule?
Well, no, it's not part of the rule. First of all, I'm Christian, and Christians, they don't do arranged marriage. You know, it's so funny because so many people, they think Middle East, oh, you're Christian, how could you celebrate Christian Christmas? And they don't really, many people know, and many people don't know that we have, well, Jesus was born in the Middle East, you know. So as Christians there, we don't have arranged marriage. But because of the war and because we lost everything and we became homeless, um, basically, my mom couldn't take care of me, and she said, "For you, but you can't go back to school, and you can't do anything. So here you go. This is an opportunity for you." And she persuaded me
Mm,
to get married, not forced me, but I was persuaded. Seeing my mom, she can even feed me,
mm.
and living this situation was very harsh. So it was the combination that she was looking after me and being persuaded. So
And you were in Lebanon, what part?
Beirut,
Beirut. Okay. Yeah,
yeah.
not exactly a peaceful area at the time. Very,
Well,
very
at the time, yeah, because I lived in the Civil War,
right.
so it was everywhere. One of the first, I don't know if you want me to get
I
into
do.
that
I
now,
do. I do.
but one of the first bomb came to our home and killed my brother in front of my eyes,
Hmm.
and my favorite brother. And from there, we lost everything, and we lost each other, and we became homeless. We were staying, each one of us, in different homes. And at one point, I was 12 years old, and then I had 6 years old brother. They put us in a mountain in a rundown boarding school. And we stayed there for 7 months, and I lost contact with my family because the phone lines were down. The bombings were going on everywhere. You could see them from the mountain. I never thought I would see my family again. I lived there knowing that, thinking like I'm not going to see my family again. And I had to take care of my 6 years old brother, to feed him, take care of him. You met him in Qatar,
Yes, I
when
did.
I was speaking in Qatar. And so in the experience over there, we get cut off from food, from electricity, from water. Um, I mean, my eyes saw my brother digging in the garbage to eat. I had to give him the small food that they gave me to eat, just to take care of him, because, and that's where the caring about children was born. Because even though I was child myself and I need somebody to take care of me, I forgot about me. I was I was focusing on, take care of my brother,
Hmm.
and by doing that, I think it really created that giving to children everything I got, you know. Because when you see a child 6 years old crying, hungry, and wants his family and lost everything, you become adult right away. So the 12-year-old in me, it was no longer 12-year-old. I was like a mother, basically. So that in a way, uh, it really made me adult right away, waking up that it's not about me, it's about taking care of my brother. And finally, we get back with my family. But then when we get back with my family again, I not only lost my brother, lost our home, homeless and everything. I looked at my mom. She wasn't the same. She was already a naive kind of lady. And
Hmm.
then because of the war, she started to take Valium and medication, the wrong medication. And without the medication, she would lose herself. And she couldn't afford medication sometimes, and she didn't know what to do. She wasn't capable of functioning anymore. So seeing my mother going through this, and she really wanted me to get a better life. And when I get up, the person wanted my ex wanted to marry me. She's like, "Go, you need to go," basically.
Well, I
So
have
I had to step in and go.
I have a couple photos of you at the ladies forum. I'm just going to show them very quickly. But I was trying to find one of you and your brother because that was for me a very magical moment, and I may
Right,
find it
right.
while we're talking. But I do want to show. Uh,
Yeah, I have one, but oh, can you send me this? You're hiding it from me.
well, believe it or not, I sent it to you. You may not know that, but I sent it to everyone that I was
You
at the event. So,
probably you did, but I would really love to have
well,
those again.
that's why we do these shows so I can find out who didn't get my photos.
Right, right.
But
It was
I have about three
fantastic.
or 400 photos, so I'll be happy to resend the link to you.
That would be great.
And
Yes,
you can
thank
look
you.
for it by tomorrow. I will text you and say you have the link. How about that for a deal?
You're amazing. You're amazing. You're amazing. And that was experience over there, as you could you experienced it.
Yes, it was exceptional, and I was so honored because for the very first time in my life, I had witnessed that I was making some type of global difference for them to say we have a peace award to give you. That I was so I was so emotional about that. I'm happy about a lot of things I've received, but that was my first time I said, "Wow, something's happening with the movement, the Q Smiley movement."
Right, right.
Remember
But I
when
mean,
I met you?
you'd
Remember
be
when I met you?
surprised. Yeah.
Do you
Go
remember when
ahead.
I met you the first time?
Yes, I was recording. You came to my TV show
Yeah.
station.
Yeah, and you said something like I gave you a Keep Smiling card, and I told you I had it in several languages. Do you remember that?
Yes, yes, yes. I remember.
So
I
how many
still have your interview.
do you? Okay. So
Yeah, I should send it to
what
you.
languages do you speak?
Arabic and Armenian. I'm half Lebanese, half Armenian.
Right. And you I said I have your card in Armenian. Do you remember this? I mean, I remember it like it's yesterday. And
Yeah, yeah.
this was
That
roughly,
was like 10 years ago.
yeah, 10 or
Yes,
11 years ago.
almost. Yeah,
And so
yeah.
I want to show this to you
Time
because
just flew.
I never had been able to give an Armenian card to anybody. And you said Armenian. I go, I have that. And you go, you don't have the Armenian card of Keep Smiling. So I just want to show people the Armenian card and how you never
There's
know.
the Arabic there.
Yeah, there it is, the number two. And look,
Yeah,
the two
yeah.
languages you speak, the three languages you speak are
Right,
right there as a
right.
triangle.
Wow.
So this is in 48 languages, and I'm just so happy that we have
You're
your
doing
language at the very top. So let's talk
wow.
about your move to the States. When did that happen?
And it happened in 1988. And when I moved to the United States, it's another journey that's all, and of course, details in the book. But um, more than anything in that experience, after my brother died, if you want me to share more a little bit,
Oh, yes,
after
please.
after my brother, the bomb and came to every level of the building we were in. Uh, Several days later, they got us back in to see if we could find anything, anything
Mhm.
that survived.
Yes.
And I go in and I see my Bible. I see my Bible in Arabic still living. I
Mhm.
see my Bible survived in the ashes. So I cleaned it up. And then the other room, I found a box with pictures and I put Robert picture in it. And this Bible stayed with me since 1975.
Really?
Now, from from that day on, this Bible never left me. And what happened was that, as I said, I left school early, and I was behind at school because I have dyslexia and I couldn't read very well, especially Arabic. I could not read because there is a lot of dots in the Arabic language. And it's very, very hard to really focus. Letters were jumping at me. So I have to repeat class after class. So reading for me is very difficult, especially when it comes to look how difficult that is. Like really very small, and it's a lot of things in it. So, but what I did, that was the Bible I had before, like a month before. And that Bible became my anchor everywhere I went. First things I did before anything else, this was with me.
Hmm.
I used to pray on it, just put my hand on it and pray for my brother, for my mother, whatever situation I was in. Because after I got married, I went into more difficult situation. That was a whole different experience that I had to go through 3.5 years. And it was an experience I can't just talk about it. It was worse than the war, basically.
Hmm.
And then I became a single mother at 15. No, not 15. I became a mother at 15. At 16, I had a boy, and the boy didn't survive because I wasn't taken care of. And before I was 18, my husband left the country. So I became a single mother coming back to my mother, where I had no money, no education, nothing, but I had the Bible with me. So that's what helped me in every time, everywhere I went. So coming back when we came to the United States, my daughter, she still remembered this. I barely was able to read the Bible. I mean, I was able to read just very little, but and I pushed myself and I can't do it. I just have to stop because I can handle the reading. But when I came to the United States, no one wanted me here because I didn't speak the language. I
Hmm.
had less than $200 in my pocket. I had 6 year old daughter with me, and I didn't have any skills. And everybody looked at me. Are you kidding me? How are you gonna stay in the United States? There's no way you're gonna make it here. And I was basically couch homeless in the United States. And but I persevered because of this Bible. And every time I was in the bad situations, I had people actually told me, we will buy you a ticket, go back to your country. You can't live here because we don't want to take responsibility. And all I had is this. At one time, Ken, you're not going to believe this. At one time, I was able, actually, my dyslexia completely went away. It's like completely went away, and I was able to read the Bible for a while because I was so surrendering to God. And reading the Bible was, tears were coming down, asking how I'm going to stay in this country because it was I was faced with something different here. You know, it's a completely like you're in the ocean by yourself and nobody wants to help you.
So you're
Well,
telling
not
me that,
nobody.
so you're telling me when you came to the United States, there wasn't like a ton of Americans just assemble and welcome you and say,
No, no, no.
Bade Galust. Like,
Well, because I
how do
wasn't
you say welcome?
refugee,
How do you say welcome in Armenian?
Parev.
Parif? All right.
Yeah, it's like kind of like hello, you know.
We have to teach all of America to say Parif. That way, when Armenians come into our country, we can say Parif together. We all
Yeah,
sing Parif.
right, right, right. So I didn't come as a refugee, so I didn't have any system to
Mm-hmm.
help me. I had some people that I didn't know, and some people I knew um, that they couldn't even put me in their home because the male of the house did not want to take that responsibility. So my daughter and I, she still remember that we slept in the closet all night. We
Mm.
couldn't even use the restroom because we did not want the male to know that we're home. You know, so they put me in the closet, me and my daughter. But this is what I had is the prayers and kept me going. The prayers. I wanted better life for my daughter. I didn't want to go back to the war, and I knew there is no future for us over there. So no matter what it is, I persevered to stay. God guided me in every breath I took.
Mm.
Basically, I was guided in every breath, and no matter who told me anything, I just shut it down and just listened to what God wants me to do. I just felt this is my home now, even though I love my country. I really love my country. I mean, all Lebanese, you talk to them, they tell you how much we love Lebanon.
You hadn't seen your
Lebanon is a
brother.
beautiful country.
And when we were in Qatar, you hadn't seen your brother for a long time, right?
11 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I guess this is the point where I just tell you that God helped me find the photos of you and your brother. Can I show them? Because for me, it was one of the most emotional moments of the entire event. For me, it was.
Yes.
So here we go. Um,
Well, everybody cried, remember?
oh, yes, I
The whole,
remember.
yeah.
I mean, he's crying. You can
Yeah.
see.
That's the 6 year old brother.
Hmm. That was a
Because,
very, for me, that was one of the most beautiful moments. Everyone was crying. The whole place was
yeah,
emotional,
very emotional. Yeah.
but in a very beautiful way, the best way.
I think it was healthy for him because, I am not like I'm over it because I always took the space where the responsibility to take care of him. So I had to step in and be in different place. I don't think he overcame that. And I think that experience meant a lot to him. And yet, as you could see, he cried because he's still the child within him, you know?
Yeah. Since we did make a reference at one point to me seeing you, and I know this is kind of like jumping around a little bit, but I don't want to. There's so many things to share and show in the show. I wanted to say that when I gave you that Armenian card, it was the first time I really was on a set as professional and beautiful as yours. And this is just a little sneak peek at those three shots that were taken. This is us on the studio, and this is the beautiful
Yeah,
camera equipment. And we had a great conversation that day. I would love to reignite that conversation we had because a lot happened in 10
right.
years.
Yeah, that's 10 years, it's a lot of work. You never give up on what you're doing. I never give up on what I'm doing. And we've been guided, I believe. And we're listening to what God wants us to do, and we're serving. And that's what keeps us going and growing more and doing more to leave a legacy behind us.
That's right. So tell me about the steps you've taken that caused you to get into media. What was that draw, and how did you? What was the who ignited that? Who was your mentor or your inspiration for that?
Honestly, um, again, I was guided. I did not know how. Um,
Can I
when
ask
I
if it?
started, I had a business before. Yeah,
Can
go
I
ahead.
ask if it's one person in particular? Because in a previous show, you said who you'd like to meet is Oprah. Was Oprah anything to do with the fact you wanted to do it?
Well, Oprah always, the strength that she had and the courage that she had, yes, she inspires me. That's why I like to meet her. I don't care to be on the show or whatever. I just love to
Can I
meet
give
her, to
Oprah?
meet
Can I
that
give
soul.
Oprah good news? Can I give her good news? Because she's going to watch this, obviously. So Oprah, I just want to let you know, um, this is a big deal. She shared in a previous show. In case you don't see that show, you're going to obviously see this one. But Dr. Aimee has decided that she's going to put you on the front cover when she meets you. So this is really a big
Oh,
deal.
yeah, that's, I have to think about it. We have to think about it, right? No, but I was so inspired by her because she brought attention to some issues.
Yeah.
She opened up a lot of subject that people don't talk about, or they really she inspired them. She gave courage, and that's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be the persons who I could leave something behind me, but I didn't think about how. I mean, how I'm doing it, I didn't know at all. I was in a place where I was doing good. I was doing a business. I never thought I could run a business for the education and running a business. My husband was like, what? She is an entrepreneur because he's not. He's a wonderful husband, wonderful person. It's like we've been together forever, over 3 decades. But he relies on me for being an entrepreneur. And I
Mm.
was working behind the scenes and organizing everything and doing everything for the business. So he was so inspired by how I think about things and how. But
Right.
one day I was coming back from a business meeting that went very well, and I was driving on the freeway. I kidding you not. I was listening to Celine Dion and my windows of a brand new car. And I'm like, what? Where am I? Really? I mean,
Mm.
from the war and surviving several times, and you know people look at you when you don't have a husband differently. In my culture back then, it was really bad for someone not to have a husband.
Hmm.
And or the coming here and getting the very few help that I get. I'm very thankful for that stayed in the closet. And people, I didn't know they opened their doors to let us sleep in the
Mm.
living room, and here and there some help. But look where I am now. like, wow, this is how I was guided by God was guiding me throughout every journey of my life. So I took my car, I parked it in the desert, and I broke down. And I
Mm,
heard, you need to write your story. And I'm like, what? I'm so private. Nobody knows anything about my story. Why would I do that? You need to write. Well, how would I write myself? You need to write your story to give hope to others. And I start to visualize to see how people were complaining about their lives. And I'm
mhm,
like, okay, that makes sense because this is, if they read this book, maybe they will be inspired to see their life differently. And I give them hope.
mm.
I went home and I told my husband said, how are you going to write a book? You never read a book in your life. How are you going to write a book? I said, you know what? God is going to provide. It's going to guide me. And then sure enough, year and a half later, I brought the book for him and
Mm.
he was amazed. But I needed to grow from that too. I did not want to open my relationship with God in that book. I talked, thank God, of course. And I talked about the last, how I was able to read the Bible at the end of the book. But it took me time to really open up. I didn't even understand why I'm writing my book, why I wrote my book, until things got evolved and it wasn't God timing, where I understood now why and how I need to deliver my message, inspire others.
Mm.
And in the meantime, I was doing the Empowering Humanity magazine. Did we show the magazine?
You want me to show it right now? I can show it.
Yep, you have it.
I have it. I have it right
Oh,
now.
you got it.
I have
Okay,
it.
go
I have
for
it.
it.
Well, I have it digital. I want to show them the flip.
Okay,
Is that
okay.
okay?
Yeah,
So
that's fine.
we're gonna take a how much media, publishing, distribution, and repetition, like continuing to do it, never stopping. So this is going to be a good 2 or 3 minutes of just showing some cool stuff. All right.
Sure, sure.
All right. So I'm very excited about this because this is how much you have impacted my life. These are all things you've been part of, all of these things. These are birthday books. This is the Carpe Diem book. You're in this birthday book. You're in the influencer birthday book.
Oh,
You're in the Queen's Edition birthday book. Let me just show you. This is the Queen's Edition birthday book. Okay. Look at this.
yeah,
If you go like this, and actually I do need to step it down a little bit. If you go here, this is Michelle's book. Okay. I want to make a book like this for you where it's your magazine, it's your cover, whatever, but it's 365 people to celebrate. So she has 365 queens. And I want to show you when you
wow.
type in Kardashian. There we go. You are November 10th.
Oh,
And
you
these
made me look so good over there.
you do look beautiful. But these are all people that she wants to have in her book. And she chose you for this day, November 10th. Next week,
Wow.
and by the way, these are all
For
books you're
this
in.
year?
Yeah, and you're in all these
Wow.
books. These are all books you're in. I need
You
to.
are
I'm very,
amazing.
so every time there's a book, look, this is the Las Vegas book. You're in the Las Vegas book. You're
Yes,
you're
yes.
in you're in Women Empowerment book. This is one of my favorite books you're in right here. It's called the World Culture book. In the World Culture book, it starts off with all the languages, and of course, Armenian is one of the first ones. That's Arabic. There's Armenian, and you are
Yeah.
chosen as the person to represent Armenia. And and
Wow.
now
Thank you.
we're going to go to your magazine. Okay. And let's see here. Here it is.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
this
you.
magazine changed my life a lot that year. It was so special. It was delivered on Christmas at Christmas time. And this photo means everything to me. And so you created this gorgeous magazine that I never stop showing people. I bring it to every single show. It is it's my life,
Yeah.
it's my community, it's my impact, it's all the people that I believe in. Just all
Well,
these
you inspired me with that picture. I mean, that's just beautiful picture.
and there's Mamie. I just saw her last week at a David Van Hoos's event. So this
Somebody
continues.
invited me actually to be part of her organization. So
Oh,
I got
really?
nominated. Yes, yes.
Yeah, and I'm going to tag everyone that I'm showing right now because every one of them are in this magazine because you decided to be kind and just give them a shout out and give them a chance to share their
Well,
story.
you do a lot. You do a lot, and someone had to do something for you and for Dr. Michelle. So
And did you
it
and
was
you
a pleasure.
and you saw how many books you're in, right?
Yes, of
Is that
course.
amazing how many books you're in? But
Yeah,
the reason
but
I'm
you see,
showing this, and
you did it with no expectations, and I wanted to share you with no expectations, and that's the beauty with what we do.
and Judy is one of the people I absolutely love because she's one of the first people that brought me into Vegas and meet. Like I met like 100 people through her, and she's
She
just such a
is.
wonderful lady. And this is my
She is
60th
my
birthday party where my
great
son is
friend.
speaking. Just and the
She's
song, and this is such a
yeah.
gorgeous piece. So that's just to say how much you mean to me. My 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 search bar is just filled with your name, with all the different parts of how you've impacted my life.
You impacted my life as well. I mean, when I met you and you were talking about the smiling, I'm like, he is making a huge difference in the world because I know sometimes our whole day could change just by putting a smile on the face. And when you make people hold that card and put the smile on their face, that's something is stays with them. And then when they see the picture, they remember. It's just really touching people's soul,
This
by the smile.
this picture right here, is that the one from the book? Is that the
That's
one
the one.
from? Is it the one that I use sometimes in my journals? Yeah, it looks kind of close. Let me show you. It's kind of cool. That and by the way, this is actually the biggest compliment is that you're
That was like
putting.
10 years ago.
Yeah, well, it's
People,
about 10
when
years.
they see me now, they're not gonna
No, but
recognize
my
me. You
point
need to
is,
change that.
well, I took that picture of you,
I
and
know.
it's a picture that I saw the beauty, the energy, your spirit. It was a very. And by the way, you remember I just took one picture and I showed it to you, and I said I have my shot.
Yeah, and then right away you said I just have it. Yeah, yeah, I remember. I remember.
So tell me about
That's for sure.
tell me what you're doing now and how. Oh, we wanted to do the song too. We wanted to show the website, right?
Sure, sure.
Is this a good time to show it?
So from that book, it came the everything else, the speaking, seminars, and then I'm like, what else can I do? TV
Hmm.
show that you were in. And what else can I do? How can I make a difference in the world? Empowering humanity, it's very important to me. I want to leave legacy. What can I do? How can I serve? I think in a way it helps me to keep going. And maybe it's ignited when I started to help my brother. Now we're talking about it, that always giving. In order to live, I had to give. And in order to survive, I had to give. And I think giving is really, um, it's a survival when we give. Every time you touch somebody's life, you're touched. It's connected. I'm touched when I called you. You had no idea. I said your book picture, just inspired me. Seeing your with your son, and I think when we appreciate somebody else, it gives us something. You know, gives
Well,
us something back.
when you say I have to live to give, it's also a choice. You choose to live to give, but because you give so much, you live so much.
Yeah, yeah. We talked about it earlier because
Yes.
you're leaving a legacy. The person who your life you're changing, they're changing somebody else's life, and therefore we're living through them.
Do
Through
you
the
remember
people
in New
who are changing
Jersey
life.
when we were at that very nice, beautiful event in New Jersey?
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
and you brought every one of your magazines. I don't know if you recall, but you said I brought these all for you. And I don't know if
yeah.
you remember my face, but I almost had my jaw drop and hit the floor
Oh,
because it's so rare. And I'm so appreciative, and I want to acknowledge this is that someone says something. It's so easy to say it, but to do it is a big deal. And
yeah,
I have put you in roughly 12 to 14 books where you're acknowledged as a person in that book. You're either acknowledged by text or you're acknowledged with photo and who you are. And when you gave me I think it was about 12 to 13 of those magazines, every one of them had,
yeah.
you said you
The
do. You
back
said,
cover.
was the back cover. And I said, you
Yeah,
did it. And you did it. And you said, of course. I said, I would. And I just
yeah,
want to acknowledge that it is not a big deal to follow through with your integrity. But unfortunately, it's a very special deal when someone
When
does.
I say something,
It's
and
done.
honestly, I know you put me in a couple of places, but I didn't know. I didn't do it for that. I just did it because I want to appreciate you.
Yes.
I did it because I want you to know that you're making a difference in the world. And I want you to feel like someone is thinking of you.
Right.
You're not always thinking of others.
Well,
So
likewise,
it just,
because
yeah,
when I show you you're in 12 different books, it was
I didn't know
I never
that.
did it and said, let me tell you another thing I did for you. Because I was doing it just to surprise you, just to
Just
surprise
to
you.
do it. Yeah, yeah. And that's a good, like you got surprised. I'm getting surprised how many places. I know a couple of places I was in, but I didn't know
And
in this
it's only
many.
going to get big.
So
So I would like to make a commitment to you that I think would
yeah,
be very special. If
okay,
you, I need your help in it though. So when I made
sure.
Michelle's book, she
Yeah.
picked 150 people that I had already photographed, and then she picked people that she wanted to be in the book, and we had them coordinate with me where I could travel to get the photos. So I'd like to make a special birthday book for you for the holidays. So if 2027 is you're the people that are in your magazine, the people that you feature, the people that you love are in a book where every page you celebrate, you go, oh, this is a person that made my life better. It's a journey. Isn't that
Oh,
cool? So I'd like to make your,
wow.
I've made 12 birthday books and I'd like to make the 13th one. I'd love to make it about you.
13 is my number. That's why I'm launching on the 13th of August and the 13th of September. You see, 13th of September is the song, and 13th of August is the book.
well,
And what something, can we talk about the teddy bear?
I was just about to go to the teddy bear. Actually, did you
Okay,
want? Well,
okay,
no. Why don't you talk about the teddy bear and then we'll go to the site.
okay. So this is what inspired me, is because I would wish I had given my brother something to hold, and my daughter, because she went through the war as well. And I wanted to create a teddy bear. So everything from the book, from the song, it's gonna support this mission over here. And then I created a blanket, soft blanket, and
Mm-hmm.
you could see the whole world. So when the
Gorgeous.
child is holding and a soft pillow, and I wanted children living in a war or even going through disaster in the United States or anywhere in the world to get a teddy bear, a pillow, and blanket to
Mm.
hold it. And
Comfort.
they're very soft to carry around. So it's not something hard for them to carry around, because the parents are so busy trying to survive.
Yeah.
And when the child feel lonely, they need something to hang. You could feed them food, but when you give them something for their emotions to touch their heart, they don't feel like they're alone. So that's very important to me.
Yeah. Feeling safe and
Yeah,
feeling loved and feeling comfort, and also being able to
yeah.
exemplify it.
When you go through hard time, it just something small like this makes a huge difference.
Mm-hmm.
Huge difference. And this is the next generation we're raising. And if we could work from the core, what I'm trying to do is the Tears of Hope really working for the children and helping the family, and Empowering Humanity magazine helping humanity not to get stuck.
Mm.
So the more they're not stuck, the more they can take care of their children.
Mm-hmm.
That's the that's the key. And also I have topics about how to deal with the family.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all educational. It's all helping the spirit that we carry. And I think the more we find our way, the more we're inspired by something, we could have more smile in the world, and give more and be ourselves. The God brought us the gift that gave us.
Right. I agree. It's a beautiful sentiment, a beautiful goal, and it's achievable.
Yeah,
It's achievable. It is a little bit of work, but it's a focus that
yeah,
when we do it, we get what we want. So I want to show
yeah.
the site, and here's the site, and the site is called tearsofhopemovement.com, and I will go ahead and enlarge this so it's like that, and I'll just slide down here, and you can say anything you'd like to say while I'm just going through this. And so these pictures are so cool. And there's the teddy bear. and then the Tears of Hope anthem. It was released September 13th. Another 13, right?
Yeah, September 13th is the release.
And this is the big orchestra,
The orchestra who did the
70
music. Yeah.
musicians.
And
And
then
this
we
right
have
here,
the
I hit
Philip
this.
is the Aimmee and Grammy winner. He's the makes the music.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this right here. I'm going to stop. I'm going to
Yeah.
stop it. And I'm going to share it with the sound.
Yeah.
Might have to.
Let go
I'm going to
prejudices. Open your heart. Reaching out a hand is a place to start. Let's learn to lift each other for a brighter day. Said a lesson, said a lesson, said a lesson for the children. Today.
That's so beautiful.
Thank you. Sorry.
Like the spirit.
That's so beautiful. So
Thank you.
that comes out September 13th, right?
September 13th, yes.
And talk about the singer for a second.
Well, Stephanie Thompson, I met her through my seminar, one of my seminars. And when I got the vision, I actually saw the self 12-year-old one time just in the kitchen standing, and a flash came to me. And I actually saw myself at the 12-year-old coming out of the ashes. And she's screaming at me. It's kind of like knowing that she's telling me, I understood what she's telling me. But at the same time, I didn't feel it was me. I just felt that girl, if that makes sense. I felt the same familiar girl that she started to telling me, you need to deliver the message of hope through a song. I'm like, I don't sing, but then I was so taken from that emotions that I felt. And I picked up the phone, I called her, I said, I knew a lot of singers in Vegas, but something, God was guiding me to call her. So I picked up the phone and called her. I said, you need to come over. You need to help me with the song. Yeah. And she said, well, I'm not a songwriter. I said, this is not a song. This is not about writing a song. This is a message from this girl. And so she came over and she started writing everything. I told her what I felt the 12-year-old self was telling me. And not even an hour, all the words just came out from me, what we want the song to be. She have a beautiful voice, Stephanie. So she really felt it with me. And she woke up in the middle of the night, she had the melody ready. So in the morning, she called me, she said, Aimee, now I feel this is God really guiding this because I have the melody. And from there, that's Stephanie, yes. And from there, we recorded it and we brought children, volunteers, but it wasn't ready. I had only one musician and then the rest was on the computer. I just didn't feel it was ready. 2021, something like this, I told Tom, my husband, and Stephanie, I said, is the Tears of Hope anthem is ready to come out, but we need to find musicians. How? I don't know, honestly. And less than 3 weeks later, Ray Fernandez Jr. showed up in my life, interested in my book for the movie to do the music for it. We were writing about the movie part of it. So anyway, he was attracted from the book and I asked him to do the music. I had no expectations, like how many musicians we're going to get and who we're going to get. God just brought him to me. And he got together over 70 musicians, Aimee and Grammy winner, to mix it. And basically, he handed to me as a gift. And from there, it was a lot of work to record with Stephanie. And she did taught the children voice coaching. And we recorded the video. So now we have the video and ready to be out in the world, to share it.
I would love to share it just one more time if that's okay.
Sure.
Okay.
This is small part of it.
Yeah, it's a small part, but it's so beautiful to see it again.
Let go of your prejudices. Open your heart. Reaching out a hand is a place to start. Let's learn to lift each other for a brighter day.
Set a lesson, set a lesson, set a lesson for the children, and let's start today.
Rise above, like the spirit of the dove.
So I speak in it. Of course, I can sing, but I am so pleased with everything. Ray brought those musicians. He did the music. He's actually more a TV and game and film. He does the music. It's amazing.
Mm.
And Stephanie have a beautiful voice, and I spoke the words. Some of the words that we speak, and it's like almost 5 minutes video.
Mm.
And I put my heart into this, producing it and directing it.
Oh, I can see it. I can feel it. That's why it was really great to hear it again. So I want to just see, is there anything else you wanted to talk about before we kind of get our closing remarks? Do you feel complete?
I feel complete.
I mean, I'm looking forward to a bigger year with you in 2027. I see so much of our momentum is getting us to go this direction together. And
absolutely,
I've been
there's
studying
no
this.
doubt.
I've been studying this thing called, this line of you do all this work and all of a sudden a tipping point happens, but you're here. But then all of a sudden it doesn't make sense you're here. And that's kind of, Oprah had this same thing. I mean, if you look at anyone that made it to the very top, they always say it's a line that goes like that. It just doesn't even make sense.
Mm-hmm. You know how they say overnight success?
Yes, in 20
There's
years.
no such a thing. It's 20 years. It takes 20 years for that success.
Yeah.
Really.
If you're lucky, you're a 10-year overnight success. That's
if you're lucky.
Yeah, if you're doing 15 hours a day. So let me go ahead and show people how can people reach you, Aimee?
Well, they can. I don't know if you're showing my name, AimmeeKodachian.com, or
yeah, that was the one. Yep.
Yeah, Tears of Hope movement.com.
Yep.
Or empoweringhumanitymagazine.com.
So yeah, those are all great ways, and they all talk together, right? The Tears of Hope.
Yeah, they're all connected. They all support each other.
And there's the Facebook, and then of course on the Smile channel we have. She's going to be on here as a partner. And you're welcome to bring any of your ladies who have been on the front cover, any of the people who would be featured. These are all birthday people here right now, but I'm so proud that in 2027 you're going to be a really big part of our Smile channel.
Oh, I'm so delighted, and I have no doubt. Like-minded people always get together and they support each other, and it's a blessing to have that love, not competition. It's how can we make a difference in the world? It's not about who's doing better, who's competing with each other. This is how can we make a difference. I would love to put your smiley face on the teddy bear, really, because that might bring. Remember, I told you that that might bring smile to a child to feel like, oh, I'm looking at Smiley. Let me say, because they mirror. Children they mirror.
Actually,
they look at something and they mirror.
There's something I can do for you. We can actually go to the Smile channel here. We have a place right here called the store, and we can help you sell your teddy bear. We have the shirts, we have the mugs. We'd love to help you sell and you get all the profits on it. We don't want any of it, but these are the Smile channel mugs. So since we have so many people visit this site, maybe we can have people come here and buy it, and you can ship it, and we can send you money that helps you grow your mission and your movement. So that's
it's a little bit tricky this thing, because we want to do containers.
Well, tell you what we'll do. We'll figure it out, because we're smart. We'll figure out a way to do it. You know what? It might just be a link that if you want to buy it, it's a picture. You buy the link, and the link just goes right to you. So that's fine too.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Yeah,
All right.
you
Well,
got it. Thank
thank you
you.
so much, Aimee.
You're the best. Thank
You are
you.
too.